Good afternoon, everyone, and good day, everyone. Sorry, and welcome back to my channel again. And today we are going to edit roses. I got this roses from my birthday. Somebody gave me this a beautiful bunch of roses during my birthday. I was so happy, and I transferred it to a vase from a bouquet. So yeah, it's a big surprise for me, and I don't know if you will believe me, but yes, that's right. So 2 days ago, I had an opportunity to take photos of these lovely flowers, and now we're going to edit this. Actually, I have this here, as you can see, in my Photoshop, but I'll do another editing. So what we are going to do now is, okay, I was using I think a default I was using a default Photoshop here, and with Vibrance portrait orientation, white background. Yeah, that's great. And look for the file. Okay, this is it, and then we're going to open and locate the file, which we are going to edit. So I saved it in my hard drive. I'm going to edit a raw file, save it in a DSLR folder over here, open, and then tier 2 opened, and on this folder, in this folder. Okay, so let's choose among the lovely flowers I have photographed. So for this time, I guess I'm going to edit the last ones I shoot. So we have to select 2 photos. One, okay, the last one, I guess. Right, okay, I'm going to choose this 93 first. Okay, I use a daylight colored light for this shoots. So yeah, so it's kind of cool. I like just like the way it was exposed, and then there's a drama to this, a little bit of drama. So we're going to adjust the raw file from here, the adjustment panel of a raw file. I'm going to choose, I guess, let's try this vivid one. Oh, it's lovely. And then yeah, as shot, let's not change that one. For the highlights, yes, I guess we can decrease the highlights a little bit. And let us, yeah, for the highlight, that's fine. For the shadows, yes, that's okay for me. Yeah, that's okay with me. For the texture is okay with me. For the clarity, let's try to improve it a little bit. And then the haze, removes the haze all over the photo, and I guess it's beautiful. And let's increase a little more of the vibrance, and then saturate a little bit. See, I think that's fine. Let's try to check this chromatic aberrations too. And for the profile correction, let's check. See, just fine. So I'm good with that. And then yeah, I'm good with this. Let's open this photo. These are lovely roses of color white and red. And with a note, my love, happy birthday. It was my birthday, and somebody special gave me this flowers. It was a surprise, and I really like it. So we're going to crop this photo. I think that's enough. And then let's try to straighten this. So I had a mistake taking this photo. I was not considering if I properly managed to straighten my composition. Then my hands were a bit slanting, so the position was not really good. Okay, let's try that one. How it looks like. Does it look good? I don't think so. It's a bit tricky to me because I wasn't able to make this one right from the start. Line to there's one tool over here, the roller one. I forgot where was that. That you can, you know, straighten this up. Roller tool. Okay, let's try this one. I don't know how to use this, but I guess. Oh, use measurement scale, straighten layer. I don't know if that one helps. Let's try to how about that? I think that's better now. Alright, let's settle to that. And then the next thing we have to do here is, okay, first let's zoom this in and then clean the flower. Remove some distracting colors. Like, you know what I usually do is use the patch tool to remove the other colors, like the whites and the red roses, some white spots. Okay, like this one, there's a little white over here. I want to, you know, oops. I want to remove this one. And also here, this white over here. Ay! Okay, good. Where else? It's a tiny one over here. Tiny, tiny, tiny. Let's see, get the sample beside it, and over here too. There are like two tiny. Over there. And then where else? I need to clean. Yes. So I think that has been cleaned already. So I find this. The next up is we will use the adjustment layer. Going to use first the, I don't want to change, no. I want to speckle this one first. Here's this filter, speckle. And then I'll try to denoise this too. Reduce noise. Okay, that's fine with me. And then let's try to sharpen this a bit. And I want to correct the color of the background. I want to make it darker, but I think I can do this one using Lightroom later. Okay, let's use the Photoshop first before Lightroom. And then there's something more here. I want to clean this the white rows. Yes, so we can put in the panel here, this coloration. And I wish this flower will not wilt, but unfortunately this will. And I have to keep this when the flowers dried. No, I mean I have to dry these flowers and I have to keep it in with me. You see, it's very memorable to me. Anyway, no more drama. So that's fine. A little bit better, cleaner. And then let us try to sharpen this one too. Use the sharpen, smart sharpen. Okay, that's fine. Okay. It takes time. Progress takes time. Sometimes, because I'm using an old MacBook, so and this is a little bit slower than the new ones. So I'm going to use this. Good enough for me right now because I don't have extra money to buy a new computer. So I'm just going to utilize this while I'm happy to this. I have no complaints about it. It's just fine. This is just about a test of patience. And next after this is I'll try to use the curves. But I know if I have to use the auto here, it will brighten, increase the highlights and shadows. So what we can do here is I'm just going to make an S curve. Just like this. And then kalas, I'm good to this. No need to make more of the curve. So let's take a look to the entire photo. That's it without the application of the curve adjustment layer. If we're going to apply the curves, so first this one, like the whites in the photo, and then if we have these curves, it removes some whites and make it darker. So, on the right side, this is too dark, and on the other side is brighter because the position of the ambient light, of the lights I used was on the left side, so more lights, it appeared more lights on the left side. But my struggle here is that I don't like the highlights in the background, because I was using what do you call that, this black background. The problem is the light reflects from the material, so the lights I use gave reflection to the what we call that, radiates this reflective background, took some lights, so it's very visible. I don't like to the attention. I don't like that the background grabs attention, so the attention I want to give is more on the flowers. Okay, but let us adjust that one later on. Right now, let's try the Vibrance layer, adjustment layer. Let's try what we can do more to the colors. If we have to add a vibrancy. We already adjusted the vibrancy during the raw adjustments, and if I have to saturate this photo more, it would give us a very rich saturated color. So I just want to make some subtle changes to the colors, because the original, even the raw file, gives already a beautiful color, so it was fine with me. And now let's just give the contrast to this photo, and showing a lovely colors of red, green, and whites. Okay, and then let's use the Hue and Saturation Adjustments. So since I want to make this photo to look cooler, I have to decrease. I have to slide this to the right side of the hue. So let's try this one. Going to color. I think not too much, because if I have to decrease and decrease, no, I have to go further, and the greens are overwhelming. So let's keep it natural, simple, and yeah, I think that's good already. And if we have to add more the saturation, this will makes the red dark. So yeah, I'm good to that. And if we have to darken the photo, we can decrease the lightness. Let's try this number, maybe negative 10 or 11. By the way, 11 is my favorite number, and I believe that that's a lucky number still. So let's view again. This is the photo after applying the filters, the curve, and vibrance. And then now let's take a look the result from adding the saturation to this photo. It gives a dark, roomy ambiance with natural lights, like the lights coming from a window. And let's review it again. So the first one, and then with the hue and saturation, I think, yeah, for me this is better. Yeah, for me. And the good thing of this is the color green, what do you call this? I forgot the parts of the flower already. And there's a highlight to that, so it's still visible, and it adds an effect to the flower, and I think that's lovely for me. And then we're going to check this color balance, since this is oh no, there's a problem with the hue and saturation, because look at this, the petals of the white flower turns green, so I don't like that. So I think because of saturation, we have to decrease the saturation. Yes, the same thing, and I guess I have to increase the lightness a little bit from the original, make it 9, and then let's go back to the vibrance. I think we can do something here too. Okay, we choose both. Yeah, let's check this out again. Let's take a look at the entire photo. And let's undo. So there's a green before the color balance. I don't know. There was a green before the hue and saturation. There was a green before the vibrance, and before the curves. Okay, so that one existed because of the adjustments we have made to all of these 4. This green over here appeared, obviously. So this is my challenge now, how to correct this. And then let's go back here to, let's do some patching with the speckle, because this one is obvious, very obvious now. So let's remove this one and take a sample from the nearest side from there. Again. So I have to make this one bigger. Selection. try to get a sample from the closest neighbor. It's a little bit fine. Oh, not really. Oh no. Sometimes selecting a certain pixels are difficult to do, so it gets that lost, but the texture was removed and it's a bit odd now, so I have to do it properly. Order not to change the nature of the flower. Careful. I think that's a little bit better now. But this is really green. I don't know where to get sample from this, but let's try this one. Sample from here. Okay. I think some greens were removed. And maybe, just maybe, this flower is... this is not really green. It's kind of white. Okay. And there are even more bruises. So this is not, like bruises were made to the flowers because, it was already like, what do you call that one? Somebody has arranged this one, and this was, have been to many hands already. So the bruises are unavoidable, and I feel pity to the flower. For me, flowers should remain in the air. It was natural. And if somebody picked this flower, it's just like killing them. Anyway, I'm happy I received this flower. But next time, I'm going to have my own garden, just to keep it with the plants. Then, if you like to watch it, and go to your garden and watch the flower as they bloom, as they grow. I want to correct the mutilated, or not actually mutilated, bruised part of the flower over here, but I guess it will not be obvious if we have to zoom this in, zoom out. Yeah, I think that's a bit better now. And then what else you can do here is later. We'll save this one later. So we are going to have this adjustment now. So since my purpose of my goal for this photo is to have a cooler look, so we have to for the midtones, I'm going to increase the cyan. For magenta, improve some green, subtle, and for yellows and blues, go to the blue, subtle. And then for the shadows, same with the shadows. Go for magenta, go for green and blue. and the same with the highlights too. I think I'm not going to add some magenta more for the highlights because the colors of the twigs become cyan, and green, having the green, is it blowing out? And then for the blues, this side. Okay, we're down to that, and let's check what's how the changes affect their entire photo. So without the color balance, with the color balance, without the color balance, without the color balance, the highlights are on the roses, on the reds, and the luminosity of the reds were obvious, or see, it's visible to the eyes. But when we apply the color balance, we decrease the reds and go to cyan. The highlights is now on the whites, not on the red. And then okay, so yeah, the effect is the highlights from the red roses were gone. So I think to balance this out, I'm going to change the opacity into 50% and retain some highlights to the red roses, and I think that's attention grabbing. Okay, let's take a look. Let's take a look without the color balance adjustments. With color balance adjustment layer, okay, I think I'm going to decrease the opacity down more to 30%, 28%. And there's only a subtle changes applied, and I guess it's okay with me. So what are we going to do now is let us export this, save first the file, save this, save to my computer, yes. And we're going to, I have this folder, flower editing over here, and then 93 PSD is a Photoshop file. So you can go back to this file if you want to edit more. Oh, there's something more I forgot to do. So we have to decrease the photo, the size. Okay. By 3 pixels. Oh, 3 rows and columns of pixels. Okay, I think that's enough to have a, you know, when you export this one, the white borders will appear, and I saw a lot of Instagram photos like this, so I'm thinking of copying them. So before, I don't know how to do this one, just found it out lately. Well, so for example, we are going to export this one. You will see the white borders then. So let's export this now. Later we will apply some editing using Lightroom. So this is my result for, so I just, you know, made some small touching to, or I made some editing to this photo. And then yes, let's export this. As you can see, the white borders, that's it. And then roses, rose, oops, cool. 93. Save. And then this will be exported as JPEG, just like this. It's beautiful. Okay, next we have to, okay, let's save this photo, and then let's grab another one. Let's edit this other photo with a warmer look. So by the way, right now it's summertime, and you might you know, like timely. So what will be the ambience of our image? Mostly should be like the same with what is the season. So like now it's summertime, so most of our photos are, you know, like warm, have warmer tones. Oh, I'm not going to bridge, so let's, oh my god, bridge is opening. I don't know how to use bridge right now, so okay, let's open this and choose another photo of roses. Let's go back to the roses folder and choose and for this I am going to use this number. It's either 89 or 90, but I feel that 89 is good, better, or I don't know. Let's see, let's check. So this is the, yeah, as you can see, this is warm, but the problem is the white ones were out of focus. So let's do some adjustments over here. By the way, I'm using a Nikon camera, D5300 for beginners, because I'm just, you know, right now learning how to take good shots, and then learning editing as well. So let us use the pivot, and if we have to use the auto, what will happen then? Yeah, I like the auto, it's better. And then I guess I have to decrease. Before that, let's try to check this first, the optics corrections for chromatic aberration and profile corrections. Yeah, because mostly when you check the profile correction, it will give you know, more lights are coming to your photo, so it becomes brighter. So from here we have to decrease the highlights, and then yeah, let's include exposure. I believe nothing to add to that or decrease the exposure. For the shadows, you can improve the shadows, but no, I don't want to flatten the photo, so I will not add shadows, and I will not also decrease it. And then I guess I have to increase the texture, and then increase the clarity to this, and a bit of the haze. No, I don't want to do haze. It gives another color to the white flower. If we have to eliminate negative, we can do so +1, and then maybe we can improve the vibrance of the photo, and then some of the section increase +2 saturation. It's enough for me. And then for the speed toning, I'm not doing it right now. So yeah, well, there's something to add to this bottom of the white in the white flower. Okay, I think it will not be like this after all, after the editing. Let's open this one. Okay, it's cool. On progress now. And from here, I'm going to unlock this one, and then let's try to, okay, to crop this. And there, and then try to straighten this. I think that's enough, so let's check. What happened? It's not that straight. So as I said, I have made a mistake while taking this photo. I was not able to get a good portrait position. So the composition was a bit okay, that's fine, settle to that. And then clean the flower. Let's zoom this in, and then remove some whites on the petals of the red roses, like this one. And this one too. Whoosh. Yeah, that's it. And this white over here, whites. Let's not remove. Let's drag this down, and then I guess also the here. Okay, that's fine. How about the white flower? This white flower was out of focus. Is out of focus. So let's just clean this flower. Oh, this one's it's okay. The discolorations happening to these white roses were caused by bruises from handling. then this one too. Okay, I think that's good. Ready? And then, okay, zoom this out again and just right fit to the screen. Okay, let's apply, let's despeckle this photo here in the noise. Let's despeckle and also let's apply the noise. Choose the noise. I guess that is okay, so we're fine with that. Progress going on. And then okay, I think that's fine. It's doing fine. And then now let's go to the adjustment layer. Let's try to apply the curve layer. Now let's not use an auto correction to this, but instead I will just make a subtle S curve. One and decreasing again the shadow. Okay, so this piece of paper here really is grabbing attention. So let's take a look. So this is the first one, then applying the S curve gives a good contrast and removes the haze, the whites. It looks good. And then let's start to apply Vibrance again. Actually, the raw file from the camera gives a very good color of the flowers, because naturally the flowers has rich, vibrant colors, so it's good already. We are just going to enhance it. Applying the Vibrance and saturation again. Let's check the difference without the Vibrance. With the Vibrance and saturation, I can't find the difference between them, but I guess maybe you do. And then let's try to use the Hue and Saturation to this. We have the presets over here. If we have to go for the red boost, it gives a more warmer look to the flower, but I guess it's too red. I think there's something wrong with the green over here and there. I don't know how to correct this one. Have to be careful with this. Since this is the goal of this photo is to get the warmer ambience, then that's it. And then just like the background, I want to make it dark. I guess that's just okay. The greens were there already, so it to be there. I think it will not be obvious then. And then after the hue and saturation, let's apply the color balance. This is warm already. I don't know if I have to improve the warm more. But for the midtones, let's try to increase the magenta. And increase the yellows as well. The reds were already boosted in the hue and saturation, so I don't think so. I have to add the red, or let's try and see. I'll just make +1 subtle. And for the shadows, the same. Subtle 1. And for the highlights, let's see the highlights. +1 or no, +1 yellow. Oops. Okay, that's done. And let's see what happened. Before the color balance, applying the color balance, so the highlights were red. Okay, from here it's like a colder highlight, but now you have a warm highlight. Well, my goal is to become a warm ambience. I think that's fine. Yeah. Okay, let's see what are the other things we have applied for this photo. The color balance, hue, vibrance, and curves. The same thing here. We had it already. So now we're going to export this one. Because just make some changes then. When you go to Lightroom. Okay, I'm going to this right now. Okay, wait. I have to go to this move tool and let's decrease the size of the photo. Do that, and I guess it's fine. Let's check. And export. Yeah. Let's export as JPEG again. Sometimes it took time, but it's okay. We have time. Yeah, it's looking warm. And then color profile embedded. Yes. And then let's export this one. Look, I have this focus ready for us. Flower editing. This is rose warm. Yeah, love it. done. Let's save this photo. Save on my computer. And then let's go to Lightroom. Yeah, we're not there. Flower editing over here. Yeah, Photoshop file. That's okay. And then the cross. Okay. Now let's go to the Lightroom. Let's go to my Creative Cloud and open the Lightroom. Took time to open the Lightroom, but again, it's okay. Going down. Okay, let's grab those two photos. Actually, I have edited two the same photos last night. Problem was my screen recording was gone. I don't know where it went. So today I edited this number 89 and number 93 JPEG. Yes, it's two lovely flowers. Let's import these two to Lightroom and add two photos. So first, yeah, the warm first. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to apply vignette here, and then I'll try to denoise this one a little bit. So let's go down. I don't want to add more colors to this, but only two vignettes. And so what I want here is to remove the highlights from the background and just focus on the center, the flowers. I think that's good. See the highlights on the part of the flower on the right still intact. Okay, that's great. And then let's try to denoise this photo. I just want to get rid of the noise. Just the noise over here, and then I guess the color noise reduction too. I guess that's fine for me. It looks clean. It looks clean already, so I'm fine with that. So let's export this one. I don't want to, I just want to keep the, the sharpness. So let's export this one with my watermark. I have to include the watermark. Yeah, over there. My initials. And that's it, exports. And then the same effects we're going to apply to the other photo. It's a cool ambience, but this photo is a good photo already. So let's try to add vignette to this. If this vignette will enhance the attraction towards the flower and removing the highlights on the background. Minus 40, so it almost darkens the side here. Still you can see the background. I guess let's apply the haze to this one. Improve the haze. Increase the haze. And then apply more vignettes to this. Alright. Okay. So what's happening here is, as well as the white layouts on the edges, were also affected by the vignettes. So right, okay. Let's decrease the vignette. Okay, that's fine. And then let's reduce noise over here. Just subtle the noise. I think it's beautiful. Still beautiful. So when we go to this, let us export this photo, including the watermark on the top down right. Topmost right. No, downmost right. Downmost right. Yeah. Okay. I think that's it. The problem is the background. I didn't like the background. For now, I don't know how to make this background disappear. I cannot select the entire flowers because some of the parts of the flowers were out of focus. It's difficult for me to select those. So I'm fine with this. Let's export this photo. And charan, done. Okay, let's go back to our Photoshop. So I have saved these photos, applying the vignette and the haze, as well as reduction of noise. I want to close this bridge. Okay, let's close this bridge because I don't know how to use this one yet. Close this one, and then let's go back to the Photoshop. Yeah, that's it. So here, what am I going to do now? Let's close these two photos, close this two, and close this two. We have to create a new. Let's open this one and copy this the canvas. So I'm going to make a photo like this. And these are my photos edited yesterday. I like these photos, but I edited another photos for you. Let's open files. No, not open actually. No. I have to create new canvas. This is, I guess, a landscape with this one 7.5 landscape. Yeah, that's it. Let us first let us add 2 layers. First layer I'm going to embed here, one of the photos we have edited just now. So place embedded, then let's locate the photo that is from the this one first. Voila. Problem now is that because of the vignette and the white layouts have been changed for the color. Okay, maybe we can go back to Photoshop again and remove this one. What do you think? Since I have no time right now, let's do this. Okay, and on the layer 2, let's embed another photo here. Let's use this one. And let's put this to the 5 most rightmost. Oh, that's it. So what we are going to do now is we're going to adjust these two photos and make this, put this in the center. Where is the center right now? Actually, I didn't know where is the center right now. And then this one too should be on equal sizes. Push, push. I guess it's not fit in the center. Not yet. So that one looks good. This one. This is the center. And is it? So close and confess. It means this is something it's not equal. I think that's the center of the two, and let's try to grab the canvas. Adjust the frame. The photo and no visible light. Other than the oops. Okay. It's good already. Let's click over to and try to so close here. Again, apply another drop. It was that's fine. And then let's add some text to this. Computer. This is a YouTube channel. I'm going to upload this one to YouTube. YT thumbnail 2. So that's okay. And I want to add some text over here. So let's use this typing tool and then let's type letter A over here. Let's name this one A. And that's it. And then let's just copy this one. Control J. And then let's put this one to the other photo. Let's try this to make it. And then push. Oh my god. And then let's name this one to B. That's it. And then it seems like the letters are not smooth. I don't know. And then we have to add one more text to this, and let's put it this way. Here. Where is that? Oh, okay, better than that. Which photo do you like? Question mark. Let's try this one and place this one in the center. I think the text size too big maybe. So let's edit this one, and first is keep this in the center, and then CNC. Now we have two. Oops. I think that's cool. Which photo do you like? Oh, what if we have to make it this? We have A there. We have put it in the center. I guess maybe let's skip that way. Skip the balance. Keep the balance. I think that's good. So let us export this photo and save. And then let's export this. And export as JPEG. Export, and then save in the same folder. That's cool. Spelling's okay, yes. Okay, done. Okay, guys, I hope you have enjoyed my very long video. I hope you have learned something, or if not, I hope you have enjoyed watching it. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you in my next videos. Take care. Bye.